Hey everyone, hope you have a lovely day, hope you have a nice week in iRacing. So we're here GT4 at Interlagos, and by the way, before starting in the track guide itself, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, check out GITGUDracing.com, link is in the video description. I have a lot of courses, coaching, but also the new academy for GT4 and GT3 drivers. If you're interested in any of that, link will be in the video description. Now going into the track guide itself, reference for braking here, around third one will be very close to the 50, actually in the middle of 150. Make sure you're using every inch of the road, so you're very close to the wall on the right side. Braking into this corner around 80% brake pressure, and as you're going downhill, make sure you're releasing that pressure because there's a lot of weight on the nose of the car. You don't want to engage the ABS too much. So second gear, late apex, you see this green triangle on the left side. That's where you want to cut. When you get into this position, you're going to be pressing the throttle progressively. You can't really smash it because you still need to have the car in the center of the track. So right now, 100% throttle, car is in the center left, so to speak. And from this angle, we just do a lift, cut a lot on both the right and left here, and that's our exit. The exit here is super important. This leads to a big straight. So make sure you are pressing the throttle aggressively and you're just doing the smallest amount of lift that you can do. This is how you're going to gain time around here. This was done with the fixed setup, but if you want to go even quicker, check Go Setups out. We also have a 10% discount code. Now, going into the next braking zone, you're going to be braking at the 100 board. You're going to be using this kink in the white line, so you're aligning with this kink and make sure your right tire is almost brushing the grass. Braking in a straight line as much as you can in fourth gear, going to third gear before turning completely into the corner. This is going to give you a little bit more rotation, and then make sure you're cutting the curb. When you're close to the kink in the white line on the left side, you're going to be smashing the throttle 0-100. You can use this pace, but if you're using a little bit more, then it's going to be an off track. So make sure the center of the track is on the curb, the center of the car is on the curb. If you're going more towards the right side, it's going to be an off track. Now, for the next two right-handers, you see here the Marshall post with number 10 on the left side. That's the point of braking. And the most important part around here in fourth gear is to hold the brakes a lot longer. So still trailing, still trailing, still trailing, still on the brakes, still on the brakes, still on the brakes, up until kind of the middle between these two apexes. And at the middle, we're going to be smashing the throttle aggressively. Make sure your right tire is on the curb. Make sure you're not apexing around the white line because there's a lot more space that we can use to push more speed. Car should be with the right tires on the white line around this point in time, and the moment that you arrive on the curb, that's the moment when you start braking in third gear. Don't brake very hard, the ABS will trigger quite easily, so don't brake hard. In second gear, cut a lot of this curb and then press the throttle on your way out. Car should be in the center left, and from this position with 100% throttle, you will go downhill and turn. When you're turning, that's the reference for braking. When you start turning, you're going to be braking in second gear, cutting a lot this curb. If you put your weight on this left part of the curb, the car will almost be sucked into this turn-in, and then you can push the throttle once again aggressively. Use all the space here on the right side. This is super important. And now we're aiming towards this 3 on the left. When you're close to the 3, you're going to be braking from third gear using all the space. Notice that we're still trying to extend our radius, going into second, and then still on the brakes. So long trail braking, but in low percentages. This is the key around this circuit. You don't want to overheat the tires too much. So you want to get this rotation from low percent trail braking and a lot of steering, by the way. Notice how much we're steering. So the steering is also quite underrated for these types of corners. You don't want to use just the trail brake. But anyways, when you get to this part of the curb, you're going to be smashing the throttle 0-100 very quickly. It's okay to get a bit of TC activation, not the end of the world. It's also okay if you get a little bit wider and you touch this curb, but make sure you're not touching this part of the green because that's going to be an off track. Bring the car towards the center of the road, and this is going to be a lift. Make sure you're doing the lift early on. Don't do it too late because the car will slide and you will definitely lose time. This is a decent straight up until the next braking zone. And now we're arriving to the braking. You have to put this white line almost in the center of the dash. Braking on this white line, right tires a little bit on the right. It's not going to be an off track, but slightly bit more than that, and you will get a 1x. In third gear, going into second, very close to the apex. Make sure you're not getting to second when you're to second gear when you are turning, because you don't want to get oversteer at turn in. You want to delay the downshift to second when you're at the apex and the car is a little bit easier to control. And then using all the space around here, press the throttle once and press it hard so you can gain all that time on the straight. And in short, that's the guide. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to improve at a quicker pace, GITGUDRacing.com, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Bye bye.